Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Overwatch ESP. I don't know if I said that right, but anyways, this is an interview with Tactical Koala, and this might sound weird for you, but we are doing something in English because we have a friend here, which is Tactical. You can present yourself if you want.
I'm Tactical Koala. I do Overwatch videos and streams, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very much for being here. Tactical Koala is one of the YouTubers creating more content of Overwatch, and actually you're collaborating with Blizzard, and you?
That is correct.
So yeah, I want to ask you a few questions. It's going to be only 7 questions, going to be short. First question is going to be really short. How did you started everything? When you started creating Overwatch related content?
How and when. I started creating Overwatch content in March of 2015, not too long after BlizzCon 2014, where I was able to play the game for the first time.
And you decided that Overwatch is going to be like your next game. You said, "Wow, this game is really good."
Correct. Yeah, it was. I was blown away the second I started playing it, and I knew I wanted to do something creative for the Overwatch community.
Then I guess Blizzard watched any of your videos and decided, yep, this guy is going to be our next guy. Is going to come to the Overwatch, to the Blizzard HQ, and they invited you.
That's correct. The community staff, who is amazingly professional and nice, reached out to me, which was a really big surprise because at that point in time I had a pretty small user base, or I should say audience, and you know, after discussing with them and finding a good time to come out, we flew out there, and it was just an amazing experience.
So you said that it was amazing, and anything you can tell us about the experience, anything interesting, maybe something you saw there, or I don't know.
Oh, sure. I mean, just a brief summary of the experience. We were greeted, saw a lot of really awesome Blizzard employees who were busy at work doing whatever they do there. We got a tour of the museum to see some, Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo displays. And then, of course, we were eventually treated to the presentation that everyone saw at Gamescom. And then, of course, able to play the game itself for about 3 to 4 hours.
That seems really nice. So the next question is, you played with the developers and some
Yes.
people, I guess. Yeah, who is the better player?
Who's the better player?
Yeah.
Well, considering that I'd had minimal experience with Overwatch previously and that we were all kind of acclimating ourselves to the game, once again, the developers, of course, had a leg up because they've been testing it for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure every single developer on the floor actually ended my life in that game a few times. But I think one of the most memorable was when Jeff Kaplan decided he wanted to play Lucio and launched me off of a cliff during one of the matches. So I would have to say Jeff Kaplan. So.
We all saw that video. You should
Yep.
totally check it out, you guys. Tactical Koala has a lot of videos related to his experience in Blues HQ and that game. So yeah, you should watch it. I'll link a video here in the description. I put the link or wherever. The next question: who is the most handsome developer?
That is an interesting question. I'd have to say I'm going to go with Lee Sparks, one of the lead developers on the title. Very cool and calm guy, very suave, knows his stuff, knows how to play the game. But no, they were all amazingly awesome people, inside and out. So,
Can you tell us your first impression when we were playing Overwatch?
my first impression during BlizzCon or during this playtest?
The playtest.
The playtest, first and foremost, I noticed a lot of the subtle differences that they've included, some UI updates, the FOV changes, things like that. But just my first impression was I was looking for something to be upset about, to be negative about. And because I like to pick apart new games as they come down the pipe, whether in beta or not. And I really found that thus far it's a very solid title. I felt that there were no major problems of actually getting in, playing the game, and I had fun almost instantly. The first time that the bullets were coming out of the guns I was shooting, I was excited, I was ready to go. I felt it was a fairly smooth and relatively balanced experience. So I was pretty much impressed with how far along in quality the game is currently, and we're not even in beta yet. So I'm very interested to see how much farther Blizzard can push the title as far as quality by the time we hit beta and release.
And that's something about Blizzard I really like. It's like, you know, they create really solid products. They do something really solid, and Overwatch has this feeling like it's going to be like the next thing. I think today they announced about this new platform to compete and create tournaments, which is, I don't know the name, but Blizzard created it, and it seems like Overwatch is going to have like a good shot about the esports and people playing it, and I really look forward. So yeah. Next question, what about Lucio? Was it fun to play?
Lucio is actually giving me problems deciding who I want to main when the game comes out. I'm going to play everybody, obviously, but I have my favorites, and everybody will. Because I'm a huge fan of Zarya currently, and that's who I played the most of at the playtest. But Lucio is this amazing mix of speed and support, and surprisingly enough, a decent amount of damage. As I was playing the character and getting acclimated to it, I found myself less trying to chase one individual down or try to jump into the fray, and more trying to stay with my team and give them the buffs that they need while still putting out that damage and pulling back when necessary by switching buffs to the speed buff. So it was actually a really fun. Fun is the only word I have to describe Lucio, because that's precisely what he is.
When I saw him, the first thing it came into my mind was, this is the Tracer support. It's like Tracer but playing support. For me, looks like that way.
I mean, I'm almost like, as I mentioned recently in one of my videos, I would acclimate him more with his abilities toward kind of almost an alternative to Symmetra as far as getting the speed out there. But other than that, you know, it's kind of a mix of a few different heroes that we've already seen. You know, someone who can shield, someone who has a base level of healing, someone who does decent damage, and his ultimate, honestly, in my personal opinion, is probably a little bit overpowered. I'm sure that Blizzard will balance everything out eventually. But that shield that he provides as his ultimate is a game changer.
You mean the bro shield, don't you?
Yeah, what is commonly referred to as bro shield internally by the development staff. That's correct.
Well, the last question: if you were an Overwatch hero, you will be who?
A koala. I'm just kidding. No, seriously. I mean, you got Winston in there. He's a giant gorilla. Why not have a koala with a gun? No, I think that if I had to choose any hero that I would want to be out of the current roster, I would probably choose Soldier 76, because I think he is a bona fide badass, and I really enjoy playing him as well. I just like the way the character looks and feels.
You know, you could be a koala, because the world always needs more heroes. So yeah, you can always play a koala. So anyways, this is everything I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you want to say anything more.
No, I just really want to express my thanks to you and the Overwatch ESP community for having me, and I hope that we can bring more amazing people into the community.
I do hope so. So yeah, guys, this is everything. You can tell us in the comment how do you think about the interview and everything, and I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I am enjoying it right now. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for being here, and I see you later on.
Take care.